What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm D.Knight, and can we stop the skid?
Cause it's game time and I'm ready. Game time and I'm ready. Yeah, it's game time and I'm ready. Game time and I'm ready. Can't stop my hustle. No, you can't stop my shine. I ain't come to make no friends. I just came to get what's mine.
And we are back with the Dolphins franchise here in Madden 20, and it's been a bit of a disappointment so far this season as we stand at 3-6 and are dead last in the AFC East. Hopefully we're able to turn it around here in Week 11 and beyond. We still have an outside chance of making the playoffs. We just have to play, and I mean, Trevor Lawrence is the guy that's kind of regressing right now, so he needs to step up. We have an offense that can score points. You just need to score points. Speaking of that offense, it is 32nd in the NFL. Our defense, first. And we also have some good news. Xavier and Howard will be back for our Week 12 game, which means our number one defense gets even stingier, and I absolutely love it. That is exactly what we need. But the three games we're going to get through are a home game against the Steelers, an away game against the Patriots, and an away game at Houston. Houston's the best team on this slate, but I think we're going to give ourselves a little bit of a break and actually watch the Pittsburgh Steelers game, which they are 3-5-1 and are currently about our overall. So this should be a pretty enticing matchup. Hopefully we're able to get a win, and then we'll get through Week 12 and Week 13, and hopefully we're able to start trending in the right direction since we've been doing that every season except for this one. But let's jump into the game against the Steelers. Let's hope for a win.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one, and they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. 25-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And what's a quarterback's best friend? Balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
First carry for James Conner, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39 of the game. Operating from the gun, Jones. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line.
Start offense.
Now they nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
Now Jones. He'll get that one complete to Conner. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number one in the NFL against the pass.
And for all the routes to keep an eye on in this one, they've got to find a way to take away the crossing routes. Those are the ones that when a receiver catches it on the run, those can really hurt a defense.
To throw again on second down. Jones, that's complete to his running back Connor. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. So that'll back him up 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, Jones. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews.
And make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Ready? 50, plant. I'm on. Got double time. 4 down. Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Check 55. Check 55.
Space to maneuver at the 40.
Motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. They come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the draw, Lindsay. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 2nd and 4. And this is Parker, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. A look now at the Miami offense.
And I think we'll see a renewed sense of urgency out of this team this week because they have to make sure they don't waste this homestand. They had a home game last week, lost it. Now they're getting a 2nd straight. They've got to take advantage of it, get a win before they head out on the road.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 11. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Now a look at the defensive starters here for the Steelers. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Kiki QT. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
That's feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense.
What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On first down, it's Lindsey, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's caught by Parker. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field.
They start the drive with Connor, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion.
Football here, 1st and 10. On first down, Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6. It fights him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Nickel here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Jones operating from the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Connor. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Now it's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Open man is QT, complete. And some space here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th downs. James Conner and the Steelers ready to get their next drive going. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looking to throw on second down. Jones, he's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. First half so far, they're up 14-0. Points here, they can really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat?
Catch good for 8 yards.
Check, nickel.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Let's go.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Sean Davis that time on the tackle. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Lawrence. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. This is brought in by Hardy.
We got this. Pull it together.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. He'll find Lindsey here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back to throw. Lawrence firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards there and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. It gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. It's hauled in by Hardy. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. There he goes left side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones. See the actual play sheet now from the coordinator because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, Do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where it was the Browns who were winners in that one at home. A 3-touchdown differential in the end, 35-14, the final. From there, we head out west to the Golden State, check on the Rams at home in L.A., and they trail that one to the visiting Oakland Raiders. The Raiders were dreadful in the season's first half, but a win could get them back to 2-7. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Carson Wentz with a touchdown pass there. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again, as his nightmare afternoon continues. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Back to throw. Jones. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Another run by Lindsey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play.
Let's put that team on the bus.
from the gun on third down. Lawrence. And he finds Parker here, complete. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
That drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Right back to Connor here on first. And he was able to shed the tackle there.
Back and get after him now.
This is Connor running right. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Jones. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Noah Spence in on the stop. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe the Dolphin got going a little early. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
On second down, it's Lindsey. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Looking middle, and that's complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Out of the locker room, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Lawrence. He's going to look deep down the field, and got his man complete. 33 yards that time. 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Ready? A run with Lindsey out of the gun. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Lindsey. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Off play action. Lawrence. Got an open man. It's QT. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, Lawrence. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. Jones Off the play fake. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run with Connor. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Steelers on third down. A very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 52 yards. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to throw. Jones got the connection here to Bourne. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. But now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Jones now operating from the gun. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Even further. 2nd and 15. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. They'll try to surge ahead with Connor. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
You're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Getting set to go again on offense. Here's Devontae Parker now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run. It's Lindsey. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football as you move on to the next one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. Open man is Bourne. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Jones to throw again. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. A gain of 10. Good for a Steeler 1st down. Jones throwing on first down. A short throw caught by Andrews. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Come on, fellas.
1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. On the draw, Connor. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. Now Jones. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I'm going back to you.
On 1st and 10, Jones. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Jones now. Going to throw again. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The kick by McManus is good.
But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg. And they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st down, Lindsey. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lindsey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. And to give this time to the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And this was about as close to a shutout as you could get. I mean, barring a game where you only allow a safety, but this was the next best thing, just the field goal. That's all they gave up.
Yeah, and you know something, they're going to be disappointed because they gave up the field goal. But deep inside, somewhat satisfied as well, because you know how hard it is to keep people from scoring in this league. And the idea that you just gave up 3, yeah, your coaches will get on you. They'll say, we should have the shutout. But they also will be pretty satisfied with that type of a performance.
So for Miami, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And there's a bounce-back win for us as we end up winning 24-3. Our offense looked awfully good today. Maybe they're finally turning a corner with 404 total yards of offense, 241 passing yards, 163 rushing yards. You're rushing the ball an awful lot today, and it was actually working out for us. And then on the other side, our defense shut them down to a tune of 223 yards, 171 through the air, 52 on the ground. This was a complete effort. This is exactly what we needed. That fake field goal right before halftime, that just made me laugh so much because we continuously do it. But a team that hasn't been winning, I mean, got to pull out all the stops no matter what. And we also won the turnover battle as well, since Alexander ended up picking off Daniel Jones in the end zone. So that worked out. But the game was pretty much in hand at that time anyway. And as for the player stats, Trevor Lawrence actually looked really good today. 232 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That is the big key. Phillip Lindsay, 99 rushing yards, nothing too bad. He probably could have had over 100. Devontae Parker had 6 catches, 126 yards, and a touchdown with that 50-yard touchdown catch. That was beautiful. Merlin Robertson had a sack. Jair Alexander got another pick, so he's going to continue to lead the NFL currently. And then on the other side, Daniel Jones had 180 yards with 1 pick. James Conner had 57 all-purpose yards. Mark Andrews, tight ends, 7 catches, but only 37 yards. Every time he was catching the ball, we were shutting it down. So that's exactly what we need. And then Hayward had 1.5 sacks. So a complete effort for us. We finally win, but it wasn't a very good Steelers team. But hopefully this is the turnaround to our season. So a good win there against Pittsburgh, but now we head to Gillette Stadium to face the Patriots. And currently, we still sit in last place in the AFC East, 2 games behind the Jets and Patriots there for second. But we're 2 games behind in the wild card too, so if we get hot, we do have an opportunity to try to make the playoffs, which would be huge. But before we end up seeing the result of our Week 12 game, I do think that we are ready to negotiate a couple of contracts. The first one, I believe we are going to go after Adrian Hardy here. 25-year-old, 73 overall superstar. He's only wanting about $3 million a year, and I think that is manageable. So I think we're actually going to bump it up to 4 years and just kind of make that offer there and see if he ends up staying with us, and he does. And then the other one, oh good, yeah, reorder. Yep, good bug, good fix. The other one that I was looking at was Bryce Stirk, because we love Bryce Stirk and we don't want him going anywhere, and he only wants about $1 million, so I have no problems with that. Let's sign him up for maybe 3 years. What do you think, Bryce? I'm ready for you to have a backup career with us. And Jalen Thompson as well. He wants a little bit more money than that $1 million offer. I'm just going to go for 2 years here for him. Just kind of correcting our depth a little bit, and Jalen will stick as well. The other ones are still kind of up in the air a little bit. I am probably going to go after Damon Hazleton, but probably Gandy Golden is probably done with us. He's just not progressing, and he's not really moving up the depth chart, so I don't believe that that is somebody that we're going to go and get. So let's see if we're able to get yet another win and continue to be in this playoff hunt. And hopefully we can get hot and really just kind of finish strong in a season, because we haven't done it to this time. And we started out so slow, so maybe that's what needs to happen. But also, we have Xavier Howard back as well, so that's going to be a huge part in that #1 defense anyway. So let's see if we can get a win in Gillette Stadium. And we end up losing to the Patriots 20-13. We had a chance in the fourth quarter, couldn't put it together. It was actually our defense that kind of let us down during this game. Yeah, we got 304 total offense, but we gave up 404. That's not what it needs to do, but again, they kept them to just 20 points. We need to be able to score over 20 points, and then we can get some wins, and we even won the turnover battle. Just another game where we just couldn't take out the Patriots for whatever reason. Nick Mullins is doing his thing. As for the stats of the game, Trevor Lawrence, 267 yards, a touchdown, no interceptions. So at least he's not turning the ball over. Adrian Hardy had 2 catches for 109 yards, 1 touchdown, which was an 89-yarder. Absolutely phenomenal play. Jair Alexander ended up getting his 8th interception on the year. League leader, but he actually got exposed by N'Keal Harry, so not necessarily the best thing. On the other side, Nick Mullins had 298 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Fournette had 123 rushing yards by himself. And N'Keal Harry, 7 catches, 142 yards. Told you Alexander was getting exposed. But on the other side, Josh Gordon ended up having their 2 touchdowns, which was on Xavier Howard. So where are our cornerbacks going wrong? And then defensively, Curtis Weaver had 3 TFLs and a sack. He was everywhere, and that's the reason why we couldn't get our rushing game going. And the season continues to unravel as we now sit 2 games behind the Jets there for 3rd place in the AFC East and 3 games out of the playoffs. So we're not mathematically eliminated, but this is not doing so well. But I did have an injury last week that I forgot to tell you guys about, and it's a pretty significant injury as Kiki Kuti ended up breaking his collarbone and will be out for the rest of the regular season. We put him on IR. He would be eligible to come back for the postseason if we do decide to make it, but I kind of wanted to open up the roster spot, so we moved DJ Shark into the number 2 spot, Damon Hazleton in the number 3, Hardy's still our slot guy, and we brought up Chance Smith from the practice squad just in case any other injuries happen. But now we have to jump in the away game at NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas to face the 8-3 Houston Texans. Now we played the Browns pretty well. Maybe we can play the Texans as well and maybe get ourselves a nice little winning streak going because we really need it. I mean, pretty much I think 1 loss is going to kick us from the playoffs because the 8-8 record just usually doesn't make the playoffs, but here in the AFC it has for the last couple of years. So we definitely need to get this win. So hopefully we're able to kind of swallow our pride, go out, play hard, and have an offense. And we end up beating yet another really good AFC team, 26-20. We pretty much had this game in hand. I mean, the Texans made it very interesting in the fourth quarter, which pretty much 3/4 of their offense happened when the game was already kind of in hand. I mean, we did what we needed to do. We were up 26-6 in the fourth quarter, but they made a good comeback. We did end up winning the turnover battle. Our offense didn't look terrible. 309 total yards, 222 through the air, 87 on the ground. Our defense, little suspect, but again, was shutting them down until the fourth quarter when it was pretty much just desperation time for the Texans. They did have 350 yards through the air. So a very good win. If we weren't 1-5 against the AFC East, we could probably be a playoff contender. As for the stats on the day, Trevor Lawrence, 280 yards, 2 touchdowns. Again, no picks. That's 2 straight games. Phillip Lindsay, 83 all-purpose yards. He was doing what he needed to do. Devontae Parker has been picking it up here. 6 catches, 143 yards, and a 63-yard touchdown. That's pretty much just back-to-back huge touchdown passes. And then Josh Sweat, 2 sacks again today. I think we need to sign him. If he's not starting, then at least sign him as a backup. McKinney got the pick, which was off a deflection by Jair Alexander, who we already know is absolutely amazing. And then for the Texans, Deshaun Watson, 384 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Tamarion Terry, 2 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown. And then Whitney Merciless had 2.5 sacks. So a decent episode as we ended up going 2-1 and then beating one of the front runners in the AFC. So maybe we have an outside chance. I mean, we currently sit at 5-7. Haven't gotten to week 14 yet, but you can kind of see the standings there. We're, I guess, a decent team, a good team, maybe not so much. I have no idea. We're so inconsistent this year. It's so rough, but I did want to negotiate with one special player because all he does is get sacks, and that is Josh Sweat. He just wants 1.3 over 1 year. Sir, you are phenomenal. I'm bumping you up to 3. See if he takes this first little baseline offer. And he wants to stay with Miami, so that is a plus. We at least got a backup. I mean, really kind of depends on Chase Young and what we're depending on doing in the draft. But let's take a look at our upgrades for the episode and our updated draft board. So we are starting the upgrades here with our top rated player, Minkah Fitzpatrick. And we just signed him to a long-term deal, so we're actually going to go into zone this time. That's really the only spot he needs to work on, and we ended up getting +1. And big-time superstar Jair Alexander. Why doesn't he have superstar? Why is he just that star? But we're going to go into the slot archetype for him. We're going to try to get him as a scheme fit so he progresses a little bit more, but he needed help in tackle. There it is, +3. Slot cornerback Mike Hilton, who actually has played very well in Xavier Howard's absence. We're going to go into slot, get him up to an 86 overall. I mean, that's a star-studded 3 guys right there. Superstar middle linebacker Jerome Baker. We're going to go into field general for him, get him up to an 84 overall. I mean, he's pretty well-rounded, so we don't really have to worry about what attributes he needs upgraded. Starting right guard Darren Paulo, and he's actually doing pretty decently this year. We're going to go into agile, get him up to an 81 overall. And I mean, who knows if we're going to offer him a contract or not. He hasn't necessarily impressed me much. Starting left tackle Penei Sewell, and we're going to go into pass protector here. It does bump him up to a 79 overall, which is beautiful, but really he kind of needs a little help on the run blocking. But we're going after that new scheme fit. Starting strong safety Xavier McKinney, we're going to go into run stopper, get him up to a 79 overall. He's progressing nicely, and our defense is one of the best, so I have no qualms about what he's doing. Starting DT Lorenzo Neal will get one as well, and we're going to go into power rusher, get him up to a 79 overall, just 1 point away from that elusive 80. Starting right tackle Sidney Patrick, and we know his development it is star. But this guy plays really well. We're going to go into the agile archetype. Doesn't bump him up in overall, but it does make him a scheme fit. So hopefully there's going to be a lot of upgrades in the future. Backup wideout and returner Justin Jefferson. We're going to go into deep threat here. Get him up to a 72 overall. He's now a scheme fit because of our scheme change. But we want to kind of push that overall to 75, and then we can kind of round him out just a little bit more. Backup free safety Arsenio Shea. We're going to go into hybrid, try to get him towards that scheme fit. He ended up getting his first tackle against the Steelers, so congrats to him. Backup cornerback Rowan Meredith, who we still don't really know what his development is, but he did get some playing time with Xavier Howard down. We're going to go into slot for him, get him up to a 69 overall, and get him one step closer to being a scheme fit. And a good episode here for Chance Smith as he ends up getting called up from the practice squad and has himself an upgrade. So we will go into deep threat for him, which is the new scheme fit, get him up to a 69 overall. Again, same thing, 75, and then probably round him out a little bit. So now let's take a look at our updated draft board. We are kind of diving into round 2 since we have 5 picks in round 2, so that's kind of where we're looking. And let's showcase number 4 left end junior Deshaun Owens out of Ohio State, 6'3", 289 pounds, power rush archetype. Top skills, pursuit, tackle, power moves, early second round talent, late second round projected. So far, he actually has dropped a little bit. He had 57 tackles, 3 sacks, 12 TFLs. He was supposed to be one of the best left ends, but he's dropped down to projection of second round. Now let's talk about the number 3 right end junior Tremont Loud out of Arizona State, 6'1", 243 pound speed rusher. Top skills, pursuit, tackle, finesse moves, early second round talent, late second round projected. This guy is starting to trend up a little bit with his season at ASU. 67 tackles, 3 sacks, 17 TFLs, 2 forced fumbles. Pretty much every time he got a clean hit, he was destroying people. And we are still looking for a backup quarterback, so why not number 4 quarterback, senior Dave Sands out of Buffalo. 6'4", 245 pounds, strong arm archetype. Top skills, throw power, accuracy middle, accuracy deep. Late second round talent, projected late second round, but we have a lot of picks, so this guy might be the one that we want to go after. He had a 131.6 rating, 2,600 yards, 27 touchdowns, 6 picks, and then added 472 rushing plus 6 more rushing touchdowns. This guy not only is a strong arm, but he's a playmaker. So that's where we have run out of time for this episode, and then when we come back, we will get through week 14, 15, and 16. We have some intriguing matchups. We have the 4-7 Lions, the 3-7-1 Packers, and then a very good Ravens team. Kind of looks like it's a prime time Monday night game, which could be pretty exciting to watch. And it's home too against, I think Lamar Jackson is still with them. Who really knows? Because Madden switches everything up. But if you guys want to see any of those matchups, let me know in the comments below. I do believe that we are shading towards the Ravens game there in week 16 because they are the best of the bunch. But I mean, we play really good against teams that are not AFC East since we're 1-5 this year. But we are continuously battling for a playoff spot. Thanks again for watching, and as always, stay frosty, and I'll see you in the next episode. D.Knight out.
They thought it was a game till I came back with that